listening to Gas Digital Best of the Week.
But Rogan was saying that he quit. Rogan was criticizing Stephen A. Smith for saying Cerrone quit.
He doesn't address the thing that they were criticizing him for.
But Joe Rogan's saying, like, he did say that's bad for the sport and ESPN to have the commentator be that out of school on this, that he's going to say, like, he didn't even show up. He goes, no, there's nothing with not showing up, man. He guys got caught by one of the best ever.
What Rogan was saying was that it's bad for the sport to have commentators come in who don't know the sport. Just don't know the sport.
I think it kind of spices it up. Which is like, I think you bring in someone that knows nothing, and they
you just kicked him in the legs. You can't kick people in the legs.
Wow,
you can?
This is like human cockfighting.
He's on the ground. He's hitting him on the ground. Stop hitting him on the ground.
He's on the cage.
Why are they in a ball?
Stop it!
Grab the cage! Grab the cage!
Gouge his eyes!
Steve, you can't grab the cage. Why would they have a cage? Grab the cage! Get the hell out of there!
Growing up in Detroit, you would grab that cage. Thumb his eyes.
Woo! I'll tell you what, 34th Street Project, you grab a motherfucker.
Dude, I would love to pitch that at ESPN. I go, here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring old black men that know nothing about MMA. We're going to let them call it on the side.
Just do it for every sport. Just every announcer.
Everything.
That boy running.
Yeah. He hit a ball. I don't know what he did. It's outside.
Yeah.
I know you punched me in front of the face like that in front of my mama.
Yeah.
It'd be a different story.
Push my face in the dirt. I ain't going to let you run into your safe zone.
Man, motherfucker did that to me, stole my chain.
Yeah. I tell you what, back in the old days, we chased his brother down the next day, beat him up with his brother.
We whoop his ass with windshield wipers.
Car antennas, whatever you get your hands on, really.
Mm-hmm. Trash. I don't give a fuck. Whole neighborhood was. They never picked it up.
Yeah. newly relocated immigrants for the sideline reporter. They're like, he's man hurt, sad, very bad.
Is this soccer?
Yes.
Yeah. Is this football?
You guys have sex with you now?
Yeah. They get paid for these?
Thank you, Sergey, who came over here in a crate with his wife and 7-year-old daughter. Any injuries down on the sideline? The man going bad, very bad.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys seem pretty angry.
Yeah.
My wife, they took.
Take wife, they make me fight.
All right, thank you, Julio, with your tales from Guatemala. Kind of bumming us out. The Dolphins up by 4.
Yeah, he goes, this big man punched the other man, and he couldn't no block.
My son cried for me, Papa. And that brings us up to the Zoloft halftime show.
Does the winner get to eat?
Yeah. Dana White, do we get to eat after I call these fights?
And no more than a Steven guy.
Yeah, I would
still gets it more than Stephen A. Smith.
I would also be pretty pissed if I was Cerrone and just some guy that doesn't know what he's talking about. It's like, nah.
You're going to see this guy again for sure.
Yeah.
You said I didn't show up.
Oh, he should go up to his house and be like, hey, look who showed up.
Yeah. He goes, fuck. Oh, you took that seriously.
And part of the kind of MMA code that is very different than other sports. Like, I'm sure it sucks to lose the NBA championship, and it sucks to get struck out in baseball and stuff. But in MMA, you go into a fucking cage and you get your fucking head kicked off in front of your kid and your family.
If you're a gay pussy,
if you quit. In front of the whole world. And then there's kind of this thing where you go, you don't just like shit on that guy the same way you shit on like a basketball team for not showing up. You know what I mean? There's just like a different like level.
15 turnovers, you gay pussies.
Oh yeah, golf and baseball is just like, I'm emotionally hurt.
Right.
MMA, you're bleeding, you have broken bones.
I mean, dude, it really is the difference between like a poor single mom and then like a rich single mom, where the rich single mom's like, I am exhausted. And then the poor single mom's like, I hope my son can live till tomorrow.
Yes, I work 5 jobs. I haven't even seen him in a week.
This is a very heavily gang affiliated.
I eat bread crust,
maid
so my son
late.
can eat the inside of the bread.
No, I like to sleep in my work clothes and wake up when it's blackout. Yeah, dude, those fighters take fucking such damage, and then for them to be like, you quit.
That's the amazing thing, I think, that draws people into being MMA fans, is that it's the ultimate dude fantasy versus nightmare. Like, it's like nothing could be better or worse as a guy than to like beat the shit out of someone in a
Rocky
cage.
Story. commentary.
Yes, or fucking.
Or you throw a windmill kick and some guy just kicks you in the face and you fall in a really awkward, weird way, and it's always it's shown on TV for the next. That's what I always say. Just losing and the winning, you have to always just have your eyes on the. That's
how I know I'm not tough. I immediately think of my MMA career and I'd be like, which awkward knockout would I have?
If I
would it be the arms straight, or would it be where like
if I ate
headbutt the canvas, or is it where you fall back and your legs bent
just
backward?
crumpled
Dude,
up?
if I ate shit on my first comedy set ever, I was in my first comedy set when at least okay, I remember, because I was willing to go back again. If it went bad, nightmarishly bad, I would have never done it again. If you lose your first MMA fight like that, you go, I never even considered the fact that I can look like a doofus with deer legs. Also, like doing a real Ric Flair walk. My body's out of my control because you hit something weird in me.
Or you do hopeful child face to the ref when they ask if you're okay. You're like,
yeah, he goes, oh no, am I? It hurts so much.
yeah. And meanwhile, golfers just have a perfect swing and goes,
Yeah.
And they go, ooh. Tighten there, huh?
The hard thing
work that out.
The hard thing about this
Over at
sport
the
is
clubhouse.
you have to walk hole to hole. You don't get a cart. Well, do you carry your clubs? No.
I have a slave for that.
I just went 180
I
instead
have a
of
white
210.
slave for that.
I have a white slave who gives me advice occasionally.
It's a Spartan boy, but with khakis on. Dude, that really is. They are just little gay assistants.
Oh, of course.
Caddies?
Caddies.
Oh, for sure. Total gay assistant.
How is that not a gay term? I'm a caddy. What does that mean?
I'm a caddy. I'm an otter. Otters love caddies.
I'm a caddy. A caddy will follow you around and hold your balls.
I think I had to get over that, you know?
You think it's also like the immediate reaction you get from comedy?
Exactly.
And you know,
I
with
don't have to-
podcasting, you don't know until you see
Right,
that.
I don't have to wait for 2 days or 3
Right.
weeks. Comedy is like, bam, 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 good night.
Yeah.
I did well.
Yeah.
Or I sucked
There's
right
no
away.
denying it. Yeah.
There's no denying it.
Yeah.
And but podcasting though is almost like the joke telling, because we're created our own shit,
Uh-huh.
and you kind of have an immediate thing because you have it live. You got the live shit, and we're in control. We can do whatever the fuck we want in podcasting. That's
Right.
why comics really thrive in this shit. That's why we go in, because we're literally doing. It's part of our act almost.
It's true.
Because a lot of our act, our act affects our podcast, and our podcast affects our act. Sometimes we'll go, "Oh man, that's a great idea. I'll talk about that on stage, or I'll talk about that on a podcast." You know,
Right.
It's very interchangeable.
It's like wrestling and jiu-jitsu. You're
Right.
both grappling. You know what I mean?
no,
Yeah, wrestling, jiu-jitsu.
What-
You're both
what-
grappling. You take each other down in both of them, you know, but it's interchangeable. It's like grappling.
that was a terrible.
that was a great, because in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, you're grappling.
No. But
Wrestling, you're
listen,
grappling.
I
Take
get,
each other down.
No. Stop
Jiu-jitsu, you
talking
take
over
each-
me
you
when
take each other
you're
down.
wrong. Stop
You know
talking
what I
over
mean?
me when you.
You know what
Yo,
I'm
hey
talking
guys, thank you.
No, that was a good. That was a good.
Thank you.
No, like
That's
podcasting.
that Steve Harvey shit.
Podcasting and comedy.
Yo ass. Yeah.
No, that made great sense.
Hold on. I said, yeah. How y'all doing? Another bad analogy. Your ass.
No, that was a
I
great
don't know
analogy.
why
I thought
or
it would
where
hit.
your ass. Yeah. Let me tell you. I said that podcasting and stand-up comedy are interchangeable. Yeah. I thought your ass was going to be on the same level as mine. But what you say? Your
said
ass
wrestling.
said wrestling.
Collegiate wrestling.
Wait, wrestling and jujitsu.
Yeah.
Now what the hell?
They both grapple.
Yeah, that's not the top 5 answers I was looking for. Yeah,
They both
your
grapple.
ass need to keep quiet. I'm from Cleveland, y'all. I don't play that.
That was a great.
Yeah. Woo! No, I have to Steve Harvey that. I'm like, I
Yeah,
need.
when you whip out the Steve Harvey, it's,
I
it's-
need
it's serious.
I need a better analogy,
Yeah,
please.
it's like,
please give me an. You said, and you literally were
but it's like
acting it out.
grappling. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, this shit you're doing.
You know what I mean? That's because I used to do
You
jiu-jitsu.
don't have
so I'm
to
like,
do that to like explain grappling. You go like this. It's like jujitsu. And why are you?
because you weren't getting it, so I had to paint
Listen,
a picture.
Here's
I had to paint a
here's
picture.
what Andre does. Like we were having a really good conversation, and you'll be like this. Yeah, it's this weird, fake, mature shit he does. And
Right.
then the 25-year-old kicks in. It's like grappling, and because I forget, like, dude, this dude's like fucking way younger than me, and then he'll go. Because he has that deep voice, like he might have knowledge.
I'm chiming in.
He's like, Then you go, look at his haircut. Do you think?
Right.
Do you think he's good? Then you go, it's like grappling, and
It's like grappling.
that was such a bad.
It was great.
That was a bad analogy.
I don't know.
bro.
Well, we'll see in the comments. I thought it was great. I actually no, because I practice jujitsu, so maybe that's why you guys don't get it. But
wow, you don't do that anymore.
but I used to.
What do you do it for a week? You didn't.
I
Take
did it for
jujitsu.
a year and a half.
Yeah, that's not a lot.
I still did it.
How old were you?
I was 12 minus 5. No, I was
How old were you?
I was 16.
Are you really? You think if someone got in a fight with you and took you to the ground,
I would still hell yeah.
You're going to recall things that you did for 1 year,
Right.
10 years ago?
Absolutely.
Muscle memory from 10
absolutely.
years ago?
yeah, you would really know how
Absolutely.
to. What did you learn? Honestly, in a year and a half, what did you
You
learn?
learn a bunch of stuff.
Did
like,
you learn how to put somebody to sleep?
Yeah, rear naked choke
Rear naked choke. You
or a
know
triangle choke
how to try. You know how to do that
or a
sufficiently.
yeah, or a darts choke or a you know what I mean? Anaconda.
I think you're saying stuff because you.
I
watch
swear to
TV.
God, Harrington knows. I'm saying, I mean, not Harrington, fucking Bobby knows.
Harrington.
No,
God damn.
because Harrington knows MMA too.
Oh, okay.
But he
Bobby.
you know, I'm saying a bunch of real positions.
Yeah, those are real positions.
No, I
don't
know,
if
but
he
you
knows
can-
how to.
I
do
know
it.
how to do them. I know how to do
You
them.
learn the position.
I'll
Triangle.
show you
but-
guys. I'll show you guys after.
Okay.
I show you guys.
Okay. Why are you doing that with your hands?
Rear
Is that
naked.
sign language for
Rear naked.
jujitsu?
Rear naked.
Why do you keep doing that with your
Rear
hands?
naked. You know.
And then he'll do this. I always see him boxing. He'll shadow box.
Oh yeah. I know my shit.
How long did you box?
I don't have any boxing experience, but I need to know. But I watch a lot of videos.
You see?
Prince Nas.
You see, you're the same person as a
Prince
motherfucker
Nas.
who listens to
Prince
podcasts and
Nas,
decides to
Roy
do stand up.
Jones,
You see how my
Muhammad
analogy
Ali.
Wait. You see how you see how my analogy is great? Now look, watch me. Watch my analogy skills. That's like me going, it's like boxing and bare knuckle. That's how you do shit.
That was fine.
No,
that was
what
great.
I just did, my analogy was like
Yeah.
when you
But you
said,
didn't let- you didn't let me finish.
You
You didn't
said
let
the
me
way
finish.
you learn boxing is that you watch video.
I didn't
Hold
say
up.
the way you learned it. I
Hold
said
the
the
fuck
way
up.
I learned it.
Hold up.
The way I learned it.
Yeah, you said.
I said the way I learned it.
Right. It doesn't matter whether you learned it. You watch video, right?
But I don't go out and try to box.
Wait a minute.
I'm shadow
Wait a
boxing
minute.
in the corner.
Wait a minute. And I said it's the same way.
Yeah.
People think they can do stand up because they watch podcasts or
Oh,
watch
yeah, yeah, yeah.
specials.
That's a good analogy.
It's a beautiful analogy.
I don't know
That's what
about beautiful.
analogies are. They're supposed to make fucking sense.
Well, you didn't let me finish.
And you say it's like grappling and wrestling, and you kept doing this.
yeah, the rear naked. It's like, don't let me get you in a rear naked. I was like, anyone
Could make you cry. That's when you want to make your Irish goodbye.
13.
Just dominating.
How much would that cost for you
12
to fight? 13-year-old Tyson.
13-year-old.
Or
How
their
much do we
teenager.
know? How
Can I
much?
strap pillows to my head?
No, dude. What you're wearing right now.
How much do we know how much he weighed or how even tall is he?
Let's say 185 as a 12-year-old.
He's 185.
Probably. 185.
So he weighs more than me now
Yeah.
as a
Yeah.
12-year-old.
Stocky
Yeah.
boy.
And he's what, 5'9"?
Let's say 5'4".
Oh.
At 13?
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
185, 5'4". Okay, he was probably like 120.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was probably
I would probably
120.
say, I'm going, because he was probably a built kid. I would
Yeah.
probably say 5'4", 140.
And you
Okay.
boxing him too?
Look at that kid.
You boxing
This is him at 13.
That's him at 13.
the fuck out of my face.
By the way, him at 13 clears this room.
Yeah.
He walks through all of us. That's a 13-year-old kid. Dude, there was this kid that I knew when I was 13
Look
years
at his
old.
bicep.
There's this dude that I knew named David, and I'm not going to give his full name, but he was like the biggest badass in our group of friends in multiple neighborhoods. He was just like this big fucking kid that could fight. Like he would hit kids and you'd be like, oh God. He fought like two of the most dangerous kids in my middle school in like a triple threat match one day where it was just like, they're all fighting. And you're like, yeah, goddamn. But David was friends with my friends and I became friends with David. And we would hang out when I was 12 and 13. We'd hang out at this girl Laura's house behind the Circle K. Her mom had a townhouse. And we could go over there and smoke weed. We're like 12 and 13. We'd smoke cigarettes. We're all in the basement. She was banging. It was crazy. She was banging her friend Sam. He was like 15. She was like 12. It was
Wait, the mom? Oh, the
No.
girl. Oh.
The mom, I think.
Oh my god.
The mom, I think, now looking back.
Just slides in. We were getting molested.
Oh yeah, dude. She was sucking our dicks. We didn't want it. You know, he said, yeah, her dad was a real nice guy. He'd only play with our butts if we said yes. So no, we would go over
like
to
the father from Butterfly Effect.
Yeah, we would go over to this house after school in middle school. So we'd like ride the bus home, then we'd all get our bikes, and we'd go to Circle K, and then we'd try to get cigarettes by asking people to, you know, like buy cigarettes. So this group just keeps growing. Eventually, my friend's older brother starts hanging out. And I liked his older brother, but he had a couple friends that were 16, and we were 13. His friends were pieces of shit. Pieces of shit. So we're all over at Laura's house, and we're like hanging out, partying. You know, we're like 12. It's fucking very not cool that was happening.
Yeah.
But we're like fucking hanging out, and then they're like, oh, they're not going to let David in. And I was, wait, he went by his last name, so I keep wanting to call him his last name. And they're like, yeah, they're not going to let him in. And I was like, why are they going to let him in? And they're like, I don't know. He's yelling at Sam. And I was like, what do you mean he's yelling at Sam? And I go upstairs. Dude, David, my friend David at 13 years old, beat the fuck out of 3 16-year-olds with ease. When I say with ease, like he grabbed one of them and was like, wham! Wham! And then just let go and grab the other one and was like, wham! And you're like, David, stop! And it's like, he was
And he's making direct eye contact with you while he's doing it.
They hung out with this 20-year-old cowboy that hung out with these 16-year-olds. This big dude that was 300 pounds. He got involved and beat up David. And we're like, yeah, you're 20. You beat up a 13-year-old. And by the way, kind of a fight for a little bit.
Oh my god.
And then this, I mean, dude, David had some of the craziest stories I've ever seen. When like MMA started getting big and they started doing those tough man competitions, he would go to like Greeley, Colorado and like fight in these like unsanctioned
How
cage. We were like, I was in college, so we were like 20, 21.
Oh my god.
Dude, it's fucking crazy. He, one time.
So he just had a gift for it.
He could just fight. He had an
Yeah.
older brother that beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
His older brother lives in New York. And sometimes he like calls me. He's like, dude, this guy was.
Can I get tickets,
Is he
dude?
still alive?
Yeah, he's married. He's like a calm down. Guy's great. I think he's like, he's pretty successful. I don't know. I haven't talked to him.
He's a nightmare in PTA, but otherwise.
Yo, dude, don't cross him at a T-ball game.
Yeah.
But there's our guys like, we don't realize that there's like guys like Mike Tyson that don't go into boxing and become contractors. And they're just like, I'll fuck your shit up.
Just waiting to be cut off in traffic.
So that's what I was going to tell you. That's the craziest story I've ever heard. So David, my mom loved David, and David would like come over because my house was like where you could smoke weed and drink, and that at an appropriate time at 15, not at 12. But people used to be able to come over. My mom was like, cool that because if we weren't driving, this guy. So David would come over and get high all the time. One time I'm at my house with like one of my other friends, and David comes over. He's like, yeah, dude, the craziest shit just happened to me. I was like, what happened? He's like, I was driving and this van cut me off. So I went and I cut the van off, and it was a dude in a suit, and he kept trying to fucking run me off the road. So I told him at a light, pull over. We'll pull over this 7-Eleven. And I was like, what happened? He's like, I pulled over to the 7-Eleven. He got out, and I beat the fuck out of him. And then I got back in my car and left, and I went, you beat the fuck out of a dude wearing a suit in a minivan? Like, what a double loss to take. What a double loss. You're just like, oh, fuck, that was rough. And then you're like brushing off your slacks. You're like, ah.
You have rips in them. You're like, well, this tie's
you
ruined.
sit back in your kids' Cheerios on the seat.
Yeah, you go, God, the fucking, his binky fucking was right here on it. Yeah, dude, and David's not
Put
one
it
of
in your mouth.
David's not one of those guys to make up a story like that. Like, he just said it so matter of factly. I was like, where did this happen? And he told me the 7-Eleven, and I was like, I mean, that's on the way to my house. And he's like, yeah. I was like, that's fucking crazy.
Dude.
Some guy's just like, because you know when you get road rage? And then he probably saw that the kid was like 17, 18. He's like, pull over. And the kid's like, all right, I'm going to give you a man ass whooping. And they got out, and Clark was just like,
That's the thing where they think they're going to wield their old dude strength on you, and they don't even get the chance to have their hands on you.
Psychotic teenagers running around.
Yeah, man. Those are the kids in my neighborhood, especially in Crown Heights, that it's like, I see people like sometimes get that like white, like out of my way and like disrespect for no reason. It's not really necessary. It's not like a bagel place or whatever.
I've always said it, and I've said it on stage before. The one thing that black comedians lack in their impression of white people is our cuntiness, our inherent cuntiness. When it comes to being like, excuse me, like that. Like, don't fucking say that, dude. Those kids will fucking light you up.
Yeah. Oh, saying it twice too, and that quickly, and that's
Yeah.
Excuse me. And then they're like, what's what?
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen some real close calls where somebody like then started shouting, and the person, the white, justifiably like cowered into a ball and then skirted out of the place. And it's like, good for you, get the fuck out.
What's up, white people? We're the new roly-polies.
Yeah. Did you also call those water bugs? It was like three different. There's like
White
water
people?
bugs, potato bugs. No,
White,
roly-polies.
I'll call white people water bugs. I don't give a fuck.
Potato bugs applies too.
What's up, you fucking water bug? I like that. Dude, hey, Alex, can you check if water bug is already a racial epithet?
Yeah, we've been saying
How do you
something
say
terrible
epitaph?
about
Yeah.
epitac or epicac. That's the thing that makes you puke,
vomit.
right?
But dude, yeah, teenagers that can fight are always like. There was this kid that moved to my town in like 8th grade from Pueblo, which is like all Mexican in Colorado. And this kid showed up. Yeah, Pueblo. This kid showed up. His name was Jerry Garcia. And he was like choloed the fuck out.
Oh my
like,
God.
Top
like
button.
wife beater.
Yeah.
Like Dickies. Like had really no forehead because his hair just started slicked back.
The
there.
Eddie Winslow.
Terrifying older brother that would drop him off at school.
No.
But Jerry was very cool, very soft spoken. But my friend Byron, one time, my best friend Byron, we were in English class, and fucking he's walking back to his seat, and Jerry Garcia's up walking back to his seat, and he's like, hey, he didn't even make a fucking Grateful Dead joke. He goes, hey, where are Jerry's kids? Or something like that. Dude, this guy fucking in a tight English class row of desks.
Yeah.
Got off like 7 shots on Byron. Like, and then we found out he was a Golden Gloves champ in Pueblo. Like, he fucking lit. Like, Byron's like, yeah. Dude, we were talking about it over Christmas. I was like, remember that kid lit you up in 7th grade? He's like, fuck yeah, that kid came out of nowhere. And then
like a hyena.
and then we find out, he was like, yeah. And then he was cool as fuck. He was cool.
Yeah.
By the way, that didn't start any problems. Byron ended up being like, I'm sorry, fuck, I'm sorry, I'm joking. And then we're like, hey, Jerry, we're fucking cool with you, dude. And then he was like, hey, man, I'm fighting in Golden Gloves here down in Denver. And you're like,
That kind of happened to me, and when I was in junior college and playing basketball,
Yeah.
we'd have quiet study, and usually I like even tutored a lot of the team and stuff. But I was in the thick of like the wild, parents are getting divorced, grandpa died, bunch of my friends are dying, all this stuff. One of my teammates who was, I guess, giving me shit for a few days, but he like said something innocuous like cannonball.
Yeah.
And I got up and took one of those desk chair combinations and lifted it up to like smash it over his head. I literally took it to go like this. One of my other teammates caught it, and this kid just like two-pieced me so fast that I was like,
yeah, because he's watching a desk come down, and then he sees a moment of reprieve, and he's like, got him.
Yeah, and the desk falls on you, and you're like, no.
Dude, it's so funny when you think of the stupidest shit you've ever fought for, the most innocuous. Like, 4th grade, my first fight ever was because
My first fight was 4th grade.
this fat kid called me Daniel Boone. I just fucking lit him up. It was right under the basketball hoop. He's like, whatever, Daniel Boone. And I was like, and then I went to that, and then they're like, Daniel Soder. And I was like, I got in trouble.
I got kicked off my bus in 1st grade for the whole year because I beat the shit out of this kid that said your mama, and then I got off the bus and tore somebody's fence out of their yard.
Yo, 1st grade, Mike Cannon. I say out there to all the parents, tell your children.
That means you're like 8.
My mom had to drive me every day to school.
Dude,
All right, wait. 8-year-old Mike Cannon or 13-year-old Mike Tyson?
8-year-old Mike Cannon, I'm walking through. I'm walking through. I don't
High
care.
knees.
I'll watch that fence get ripped out, and then I'll fucking peel my shirt off and fuck that kid up.
What he's Donkey Kong throwing the fence? You just hit him right?
Because I wouldn't be afraid of it because the noises he would be making were this. I fucking hate you. The noises 13-year-old Tyson makes are these.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck. Yeah, dude, it's like I would say little.
What up, motherfuckers? It's the Real Ass Podcast. It's your boy, Louis J. Gomez.
Come on.
So there's an amputee.
Where's the amputee?
Guess.
Guess which one? I don't see. Oh, there. She's got a gold leg. Look at this fucking gimp.
This is a black amputee. She's got a gold leg.
The bald one in wheelchair.
What's the bald one? Chemo?
I don't know. well, that's what? Not
Is there a
rosacea. What's the other
trans
one
Barbie
called?
that's half Ken?
That must
Alopecia.
She looks like Pepper from
It's not
American Horror
alopecia.
Story.
It's vitiligo.
No, that's a different one, Aaron. I'm answering the question from before. When you have no hair.
Sorry, you don't have to get all defensive.
Who's that? That's Zebra Barbie?
There's Downs Barbie. You have to fill its head with water before you play with it.
Cattle Barbie. Moo.
Cow spot Barbie? What is
Okay,
this?
hold on. Are we not referencing Ken in the wig?
There's spilled bleach on it, Barbie.
Yeah.
All right, let's go one by one. Can we describe who these are? Shannon, who is this on the left?
This one, I'm not. I'm just
Woke
thinking
Brooklyn
Asian.
comic Barbie.
I'm thinking Asian, but hold on.
This is just appeared on Colbert Barbie.
Yeah. This gets all late night for no reason, Barbie.
Here's some jokes that aren't gonna go nowhere, and you can catch me at the knitting factory in 3 months. Where'd the Barbies go?
Oh, I'm trying to. It's not. It doesn't say it in that article.
Here's spina bifida Barbie. It's on all fours.
Hey, it's weaker than cotton candy.
Yeah, it doesn't. It only says those five.
All right,
the balls,
let's
vitiligo.
guess.
Okay.
I just look. It's such a it's old hat to just sit here and go like complaining about all these.
Is the one in the
Barbies.
wheelchair shot in
It's
the
my
spine
problem-
at Parkland, Bobby?
My problem isn't that they exist. My problem is this sort of
Self-congratulatory blowjob for themselves. Look
yeah.
how progressive we are.
Mattel is just profiting off of these fucking diseases. That's like let's get real. Unless they say all of the proceeds from each one of these dolls are going to. And even then, it's still just buying marketing, right? So you're just essentially having people talk about your company. So even if you give away all the proceeds, it's just there's nothing real there. So my problem is sort of like fake social justice. It is just a product that they're selling to you based off of this fake sort of thing. So I think it's a negative more than it's a positive.
That's the toy collection of the sister of Sid from Toy Story.
So I think that was just an Asian, maybe Barbie, because it says the new Fashionistas line features 176 dolls, both male and female, with 9 different body types, 35 skin tones, and 94 hairstyles.
Wheelchair sold separately.
So can I mix and match the diseases?
Sure.
Like a vitiligo Barbie in a wheelchair
Yeah, you can have a cancer chair, Barbie.
with one eye.
Also, what does that say about Asians? It's like we have an amputee, vitiligo, this.
I'm
and
a
Asian.
Barbie girl in a Barbie
We
world.
have coronavirus Barbie with a special shaking feature.
That's great.
Also, why do you have a golden peg leg?
Yeah.
How hard is it to make amputee Barbie?
It's a commercial.
That's true.
That's
Actually,
what every mean kid
yeah,
does.
there's. I know. You're,
15
yeah,
seconds.
it's just your brother destroyed all your Barbies, and now they're.
And this is Barbie.
So now it's just white privilege.
None of these
Barbie.
are Barbie. We fucking trick you.
Did you see the dick go back in between their legs?
Yeah.
You see the one dick hanging down? There we go. Look.
Guilt by tranny Barbie by Mattel. Everything's okay. We are Barbie.
We are Barbie.
The one Barbie in the lineup that you showed us was Ken with long hair.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I said.
Ken with long hair.
I go. It's Ken.
We are Barbie.
Hey, girls.
I identify as Barbie.
Probably because you never had
Ken,
a dick to
you
begin
are
with.
definitely Ken. Nope, I'm Barbie.
Yeah, guys.
Hey, Ken.
what's up?
It's Barbie.
I'm Barbie now.
Barbie
It's
now.
Barbies kicking over a fucking GameStop stand.
It's fucking Barbie.
What did you say?
Say it one more time. Come outside. I'll show you what type of
Call
Barbie
me
I am.
Ken again.
By the way, you could
If
sell
I was
that
Ken, would I be driving a pink Corvette?
in the 90s. That's Surfer Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's faggot Ken.
Yeah. Now it's everybody has to pretend it's okay, Ken.
Vitiligo.
I can be a woman.
Is that just chemotherapy, Barbie?
No, it's alopecia.
Ah.
Oh. My friend Johnny Thor had alopecia.
What is the one on the second to last with the long purple hair? Yeah. Dream
Tan Shannon.
Is it me?
Shannon Barbie? Bad producer Barbie.
Yeah.
You
Over
say
the
that with-
top black Twitter complainer Barbie.
Why
I'm gonna tell you one thing, Mr. Airy Shafir. We all gonna find you and lay hands on you and lay feet on you. You won't be in trouble.
Why don't they also make an
Roll
ugly Barbie?
call.
Why don't they do an ugly Barbie with like an ugly face?
That's the one, the black one with the fucking milk she
Isn't
spilled
it
on her
somewhat racist though to have the black one have
Somebody
a
came on my
golden
Barbie
peg leg?
doll.
Someone was doing milk shooters on her neck and eyes.
That golden peg leg is the equivalent of rims.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She comes out of the box and Big Pimpin' starts
Yeah.
playing.
There we
Look
go.
at this thing.
I know what you're thinking. Do my eyes still work?
Nice.
Yeah.
Moo.
She's cute though.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Vitiligo's a big thing now.
Yeah, it's come. Well, now all the vitiligo chicks are just saying, "Fuck it, I'm me."
Yeah. They don't put makeup on
Yeah,
anymore.
some of them are
They
hot.
don't care. They'll just make
Yeah.
people
Khalees,
models.
Khalees has it. She's she's crushing it. Good for her.
Khalees is great.
Yeah.
Q at Dangerfields, he has it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
he has it. He's
Doesn't look
great.
as good as Khalees.
No, and still does the same act he did from 30 years
He also
ago.
just stopped wearing his makeup one day, and we were all like, "What the fuck happened to you, dude?"
There's a ghost on half your face.
I knew him for a decade, and he would wear makeup over it. Then one day, I was like, "You know what? I'm me, baby." Holy shit!
Ah! Get the fuck out! You fucking paranormal son of a bitch!
He only half
It's all
humps a
right,
stool
man.
now.
It's me. I was just opening in the Poconos for Sister Sledge.
Dude, you gotta warn us.
Yeah.
You can't just show
Jesus
up.
Christ. Someone starts throwing glassware at him.
Who hurt you?
Did you go down to 9/11 and put the fires out with your face?
Oh shit!
Wow, those milkshake throwing people are serious.
Next day shows up, he's just all white.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, it's fine. Those, it's a weird thing. Like, you don't see that happening with little boys' toys. You don't, like, we just don't care. And there was that great meme from years ago that I've shared way too many times. But it's sort of like, all
the shit that's mean about Barbie, and then
where they're like, it's the Barbie and the He-Man meme.
Yeah, but if you put G.I. Joe in a wheelchair, he's not fighting anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm back in America addicted to painkillers.
You put him in front of a
They don't
supermarket.
take care of our veterans, man.
Instead of a gun, he has a little cup. He's just
Fucking socked up somebody at the fucking Penn Station to get a fucking fix, man.
It's
G.I. Joe.
It's being ignored
Back
by
from Iraq.
Hey man, I fought Cobra Commander like you wouldn't believe. You
being
got $1
ignored
for a
by
sandwich.
being
Someone
ignored by
get
the
me to the train
VA.
station in Poughkeepsie, man. I need $8.
with military ID to show people as he
Yeah.
passes by.
I served in this country, man, and now I will suck your cock.
Yeah. It's my birthday, G.I. Joe.
They're letting down
Stolen
the veterans,
valor, G.I.
okay?
Joe.
I just think that it's like fine. I mean, I guess if I was a little kid in a wheelchair, I would want to be represented in one way or another.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, I don't. I am fat. I don't think we need a fat G.I. Joe. I don't like this is coming from a Zach. You're fat.
Yes, I am.
Do
Thank you.
do you think that we needed a fat He-Man character so you felt represented?
No, I had the guy that goes snurf, snurf, snurf.
Zach was represented by Slimer and the Ghostbusters.
Mr. Smee, I had my representation.
Yeah, you fat sidekick. Yeah. You were just. I love it. Look, I never part of even the Hispanic thing. I never was like, I needed there to be a Hispanic character on TV to feel like I had mutants. I had fucking X-Men and they would shoot lasers out of their eyes and the race of fucking Cyborg didn't matter to me. I didn't know if he was fucking from Cuban background or from fucking Irish background. It was fantasy and it was sort of these superheroes. And I think that's what, these cartoons and these
I
toys
believe
are.
X-Men was a metaphor for
It was
minorities.
Well, they had it was a major theme, and they sort of like that. But by the way, look at that. I really do feel like
Professor X was Martin Luther King, and Magneto was Malcolm X.
Really? I didn't even know
Magneto was by any means necessary. Professor X was let's work with.
Yeah, and they sort of made you think about that in a way where you were like, oh shit, I'm actually thinking about human rights and thinking about treating people equally based off of them being different. And it wasn't as they just didn't force it down your throat in such a basic bitch way.
Its superpower wasn't vitiligo.
Yeah. Exactly. It
Yeah.
was like I don't know. I think that there's a way to do it, like these cartoons and these toys, and it is fantasy, and it's all sort of an analogy toward like whatever. You could have those lessons built within those things, but I think it's just very basic to
But
go.
also-
Like, look, we have
yes.
a toy in a wheelchair now, and it's like,
Well, it makes you think. I mean, that's important, and that just doesn't.
yeah. Well, me and my friends, I remember I would bring all of my toys over to my friend Mike Guerrero's house. Like I'd have all my like action figures. He'd have all his action figures, and essentially like you'd create your own world of action figures. So your GI Joes would play with Transformers, and you'd have a dinosaur over here, and you'd almost give them different names. I was saying this on the last show. I never had like full sets of toys, so I would just have like my pro wrestlers, and I had my GI Joes, and I have sort of everything. I remember we would like come over and we'd mix them up, and then we'd each pick one, almost like we were picking a basketball team. And it's like, I just can imagine, like, just fucking, just even then, vitiligo Barbie sitting there, nobody's picking her. Just wheelchair Barbie, like, it seems kind of silly, and it seems, in my opinion, counterintuitive. Because I don't think kids are going to want to choose that toy. I think you're going to force it on them. And I think you're going to make them almost weirdly want to rebel and go, I don't want this fucking weird ass toy.
That's what people hope happens in a few years. Is like all this was forced and shit goes back to normal. But I don't think it will. I think people start to come around. I think if we get older and we're like smart people, we go, okay, shit's changing a little bit. Give them this fucked up Barbie.
I think the more you push it, the more you notice the difference, though.
What do you mean?
The more you see it, it's more obvious that somebody's different than you. It doesn't just like happen where like, oh, there's just white and black people that go to school together. Eventually, we just learned that's how it is.
I mean, look, here's what I'll say.
Up until
You're
about
right.
middle school.
You're right about that. But I will say that the responsibility falls on parents. And sometimes, probably most of the time, parents don't do that. So, there's a little girl. She's not an amputee, but she was born with like one arm who's in James's martial arts school. She goes to her karate class right after him. And at one point, he was like, what's wrong with her arm? And I explained to him that she was born that way. And, that people have differences, I'm sure some fucking other black family or some other Puerto Rican family in the hood was like, yo, she the devil. She the devil, yo.
She did something bad in her last life, yo.
She made a bet that she would play guitar for the devil, and the devil took her arm, and now she never gonna be Muddy Waters.
She won't
She's
be
never
great.
playing that slap bass.
No slap bass for that girl.
She
She
can
done
play.
lost her bet with the devil.
She can play with
Devil
her
done took
feet,
her
but nobody
mama.
want to see that shit.
Anyways, order your Red Rooster. Let's go home.
Hello? What's up,
Oh,
buddy?
I know that sound.
Pape! What's going on? Now, I was talking to Paperface earlier today. How are you, Paperface?
What's up, nigga?
Chilling.
Three white guys.
Yeah.
very.
Oh, I like to call three white guys nigga.
Okay.
That is the collective
Plural.
noun.
So.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like moose and moose.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, do you have anything before we get into this story that is very relevant to current events? Do you have anything to plug besides at Pape908 on all social media?
Yeah, Corn Pop on all social media.
Okay. That's your dad, right? That's your real dad?
Yeah, that's my actual dad.
Damn, gotcha. So you called me this morning. You had a show last night at SOB's.
Yeah, I wanted you to come through, man.
Your exact words to me were, "Man, you don't got to come through. This show ain't shit." It was with Rico from Surf School Recordings.
Yeah.
Now, I
he's not
saw-
listening, but that's verbatim.
I saw Paperface. I saw him post this on Instagram. Paperface.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he was
yeah.
like, "Oh, I would love to have known fucking before the day of about this show."
Yeah, no, he texted. Well, I called him. I was like, "What's it? Are you really? Because you did a feature song on Rico's album, right?"
Vice versa.
Oh, okay.
It's on my album.
It's on your album, which is so the song is out. And, the album's probably about a
single's
year away
released.
from being released.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Lungs and Heart.
okay.
That's the song. So I go to the sound check.
Huh.
That's when I called you. And I go in and we were like, okay, listen, everybody do their sound check and we're too cool. And we come up at the end and they're like, yeah, you missed sound check. We were like, fuck it. We don't need no goddamn sound check. We're fucking
That's good. Now,
awesome.
when was the last time you did a show before this?
Had to be in 2019, but
Was that-
maybe early 2019.
Jesus,
Was that the one at Liquid Assets?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you doing okay, man?
I am.
Okay, good.
But so it gets closer and closer to time for us to go on. We're downstairs in the green room of SOPs, which ain't shit. It's amazing, but it ain't shit. So we're smoking back-to-back blunts and drinking yak, fucking doing black people things, and we go. The dude pulls out his laptop. He's like, "So you want to run through the set?" And we're like, "Yeah, whatever, nigga. We nice. We don't need to do that shit." Right? So we're like, whatever.
Smart.
I go to get on stage. I see mad people like, yo, Pape, kill it. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know they were here. Oh, I didn't know they were here.
Who was there? You don't say his name on the air.
Hoodie. Well, then why'd you ask me, nigga?
You don't say that one person's name. Everybody else's name. Who? Say the actual famous people's names that were there.
Oh, Harry Fraud.
All right.
Hoodie Allen, also known as Bean, Fred. There's Downtown Dion. The whole surf school was there.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, oh, I didn't even know, how much they were going to support. So anyway, that was just adding to it. So I was like, all right, whatever. Still going to kill it. And then I'm like, my balls are tingling. I'm like, what? Am I getting butterflies? I was like, oh no, I'm just super high from 15 blunts being passed around 5 minutes ago. So I'm like, okay, whatever. This is a layup. I can like they have the music, right? They have the music with the words on it. So I'm like, okay, fine.
So you're lip syncing with a mask on. So really, you're just moving your hands.
It's a layup.
You're the masked singer, motherfucker.
Bruh. So I go onto stage. He calls me on. He does his song first. I go onto stage, and we'll do the song, right? Like the best punchline of the song, I fuck it up. I'm like, oh god, I was too high. So I'm like, oh fuck, I need to redeem myself. This is in the back of my mind, right? So after the song that we do, Lungs and Heart, it goes silent. I'm looking around. I have no peripheral vision, and I'm like, oh shit, what's going on? I can't hear anything. It's dead silent. I'm like, oh fuck, there must be technical difficulties. And my high ass was like, now's your chance, nigga. Spit those bars. So I start spitting. I don't remember what I said. I was probably like, I hope your mom knows that I'm smoking on Dro, spoke blunts and playing Pokemon Go, whatever. So I'm going in, and everybody's recording me now. Like cameras that weren't out came out.
Oh no!
Like, I was just rapping. Why are cameras coming out?
Oh no!
Like what? There's no shock value here. So by the end,
No, they were all trying to catch a Charizard. He was right behind you on stage.
I realized. So I look over at Rico. He looks super pissed. I look over at DJ. He's like shrugging, like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I look at the crowd. They're like, "Yeah, you asshole." And then I was like, I don't get it, but I respect it. And so after that, I left stage. But I come to find out later, I couldn't hear out the mask. I didn't hear when he said, let's have a moment of silence for Kobe, Nipsey Hussle, and Chase Drugs.
No, Chinks Drugs for face. No, hold on. Chinks Drugs is boys with everybody there that he just named. The dudes who produce his fucking Paperface's music.
It with Pokemon lyrics. I was like, oh, fuck.
Forget the fact that Kobe Bryant just died. Nipsey Hussle just got a tribute at the Grammys.
I couldn't.
Literally, you did that for a moment of silence in front of 50 of that dude's boys.
I know. Those were the only people there.
Paperface.
It was epic.
What happened after? Did someone tell you? Like, did some?
No,
what
no one. My manager told me when we left there. He was like, "Oh, by the way, I like how you rap over moments of silence. You're an asshole." And I was like, yeah. I feel good about myself.
New album title, Tourette's.
Yup. I'm gonna have to make a public statement before I get canceled by Surf School.
Oh, you're about to get canceled.
You're fucking canceled, paper. You're always welcome here, but you're canceled.
People are bugging off of this Kobe shit.
Yeah, people are.
No.
Dude, I heard a story. It was just some talent scout on the fan. I was in an Uber, and this guy's like, "Yeah, it was crazy. Like my mother called me to tell me that Kobe passed away." He's like, "But like, it was crazy to see my mother's face on my phone and that be said. I'm like, it was clearly a white dude, and I was just like, yeah, that would be weird. What do you?
I didn't
why is
understand that.
Exactly. It was a very.
I found out at the
like
steak
how
restaurant.
much people are trying to put themselves. My girl
That's
was like
when
working
I
a
was
brunch shift.
second steak restaurant. I found out Kobe died, and I was like, okay.
My girl was working a brunch shift, and she said several people were like, "I have to go," and just got up and
I
left.
have to go.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Hold on.
My son was sitting in my mask.
No. Hold on.
Take
No,
a picture.
no. Before you go, did he leave?
Yeah.
No, you're still here. I need you to tell one other story on the air that's probably my favorite thing that you've said to me in months. Well, it was replaced today by this awkward Kobe Bryant thing. So it was Paperface's wife's birthday,
yeah.
and she was
It's her
talking to her
birthday.
mother in the house. And then what did she say to you?
She goes, "Our son, his birthday's coming up. You know, he's about to be 1, and we don't even really have an official nickname for him." And I go, "What about Nigger Baby?" And she didn't speak to me for the rest of the night.
It was her birthday.
It was her birthday gift. I thought that would gift her
That's
with
what
a
you-
name
right.
for our
That's what-
child
that's
that
what
would be unique and memorable. And her mother hasn't spoken to me since.
Right. So the
But it's
nickname didn't
okay.
stick.
Now,
no, the name stuck. It was talking to me that is yet to stick again.
Now, can you say you were leaving to meet me literally the next night? And what did you say when you left the house?
I said something along the lines of, "Bye, baby. Bye, nigger baby." And yeah, I'm getting a divorce soon.
Yeah, but she's only divorcing you because you disrespected Kobe, not really for this other thing.
No, she was a Surf School fan. She liked Chink's drugs.
Oh, really?
That was where she drew the line.
All right.
But
Paperface is
I
like
mean,
Larry David.
R.I.P.
Yeah, he's Black Larry
I'm sorry.
David.
It's okay. man.
If Martin is Black Seinfeld, you're Black Larry David.
I'm Larry David. All right.
All
I
right.
gotta go.
All right. Take care of your nickname, son.
Yeah. And baby or something
like that.
Me and nigger baby signing off.
See you, babe.
fucking grease fire.
Unless you say he murdered your whole family in
Hang
the
on.
Holocaust,
That's
I am
not-
not on your side.
Yeah.
Let me hear the
All
rest.
of
Let me hear the
point.
rest.
That's not the point, though. The point of the argument was how Mike talks to me. It's not what he's saying.
Well,
it's a direct. It's a conference.
so the
You're right.
problem
It's
is this.
confrontational, but it is
I
direct.
get what he's doing. The problem is he's frustrated, and
Yes.
instead of just being like, "Hey guys, I'm upset about this," he's being sarcastic.
Can I say something?
But I know because I've done that too.
Can I say something?
You could say something.
If you actually ask Mike if he's frustrated about how I promote this podcast,
Mhm.
I don't think he is.
That's not true. How could you say that? When I looked at the page, I looked at yours and Shannon's page, then I looked at my page. For whatever reasons that you're saying,
I don't
I
think
looked
you're
at
really
both
mad
of your
at me.
pages,
I
and
think
then I
he's
looked at my
upset.
page and I was like, what am I doing? I'm an asshole.
I don't think he hates you, but I think
No,
he's
I'm an
upset.
asshole. Like I'm the one. I'm promoting this. This is all I'm doing, and you guys are promoting all of your other projects.
I do the thing that's most effective to get the most
Okay,
views
but
on
he's
it.
also saying you could post some clips on the thing.
I do. I
Where?
go back.
I didn't see any.
What do you talk? I go back a week later and post one of the clips. That's you're seeing the last week I was on. So now tomorrow on Wednesdays is when I'm going to post the one from the last one. You're just
So
seeing
you're
how
only
many
posting one a week?
We only both post one a week, right?
It looks like he posts more than that.
No,
Yeah,
he
but
doesn't post other things in between. Mike posts less things in between the podcast stuff.
No, I'm posting more of the clips.
How many
on my
How many
page.
clips a week do you post?
1 to 2.
I post one, so I don't saturate. I post one, and I do the swipe ups. I post all 3 in the swipe ups, and I post one, so they get hit both ways. You don't post. I
Then
post.
why
the
does
swipe
your
ups.
page look like it doesn't have any of our
Because
clips
that's
on
how many things I posted since the DeRosa one.
Oh, so you're saying you're just posting a lot more in between.
That's what I'm saying. So it looks like that.
Let
So
me
if
go
you
back
look
and
back,
see.
but if you go back, you're also going to see a miss of weeks because I wasn't on for 2 weeks because I was sick.
Right.
Okay, but why wouldn't you still promote it? It's still your show. Even
I
if you're
do.
not
I
on
promote it
Yeah,
in
he
the
does.
swipe
I don't fault him
ups.
for that. I don't.
Okay.
I don't fault him for that when he's not on the show.
No, I still do those. I do them on the swipe ups, and then I check how many people swipe up, and I see like, oh, it's larger when I do the swipe ups, which also take a lot of fucking. It takes 45 minutes to post a minute-long clip on those swipe ups because you can't copy and paste all the information. You have to redo each little thing. So wait, so this is, but that's not the point of it. The point is if Mike.
Well, that's the point of what I was actually frustrated about.
I get that.
Don't act like I'm a crazy person.
I don't
though.
think you're a crazy person at all, but What I was upset is the way you approached me and the way you talked to me, which is where the next part of this text is going.
Which is not shitty. Like, I have to defend myself here.
Sure.
It's not shitty. It's just direct. It's
Right.
just direct. It's like, hey, what are we doing, dude? Like, what are we doing?
Right.
Like, that's what it is. It's not like, hey, fuck face. It's not like that. Like, I'm not that. I'm not Lewis.
Got it.
You know? So
I don't think you are.
So it's just being direct. It's like, hey guys, what are we doing? Like, it's that.
Got it.
So, you know, everybody's got a different level of sensitivities, and I get how, which I do admit here.
I think the problem is you probably were upset about this for a while. And
No, I wasn't.
No?
I it caught me wrong. I looked at it.
okay.
I looked at it after posting 2 of DeRosa, and then 2. I posted 1 clip, and then a picture of me in Oklahoma with the guys from Oklahoma, and then another of DeRosa, and then I'm just, let me see what everybody else is doing.
Gotcha.
See how many likes.
Are
this
you
got
getting
or any
legit
views.
upset right now? Because I don't want
I'm
you
getting.
I know he's
it's a
getting hot. I knew we
combination-
couldn't do this. I
it's a
knew we couldn't do this.
combination
He'd
of
get too upset in
It's
the
a
middle.
combination of the coffee and the irritation that I feel.
See, I said, Shannon, if we go ahead and try to read these, Mike he'll have fun with it for the first minute, and then he's going to start getting hot.
I think he's still having fun.
No, because Justin.
Everyone has fun differently.
Justin has the perfect explanation for He really has a manicured, perfect explanation.
Listen
for
to
it.
me. I'm Jewish, right?
Jews are great
You're
at lying.
arguing.
Neither can argue.
You're arguing with a
Right,
Jewish person.
right.
You're not going to win
And
this argument. And then when you start to win the argument, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw big words in as ways to deflect so that Shannon has to look them up. And just like, I know how to do
Okay,
this.
so the real problem is this.
You're arguing.
right, but you're getting upset, so that's why he looks like he's right. But you're not right. You're wrong.
No, I'm not wrong.
You're wrong.
Well, now,
Wait, can I say something?
What Justin does now, what he does is he goes into the dark area, what I don't know about. He knows I'm technology-wise, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I think
so
he's
he goes,
making all that
swipe
stuff.
ups,
I think he's
analytics.
I
He
think
starts saying
he's
stuff
making
like
all
that.
up.
Can I
That's
say
all
something? Can I say something? Can I say something?
Are you going to call me a bitch again?
Never going to call you bitch. It's not the actual content of what Mike is saying. It's the way Mike communicates to me over text and things like that.
And that's also being Italian.
I understand
and growing up in
that,
that household.
but
I also
right. But at the same time, if you want to keep going with these, Mike, I'll go with them. I don't want you to get upset.
No, I'll read yours because this one. Okay, this one.
Can I wait? You don't want me to read?
I'll read yours.
Ooh.
Mike. Let me
I'll
tell you
read.
something.
Okay, I'll read.
If
you
get
read his and I'll read.
Let me
I'll
tell you-
read Justin's.
No. I'm going to read my own. If you get upset at the end of this podcast and you walk out huffing and puffing, it's your fault. Because I'm right. I don't want, because I said you're going to get yourself upset.
I think it'll be my fault because I think Mike said he didn't want to talk about it before we started the show.
I love a good fight.
And Shannon said it would be good. Shannon said it would be good for the podcast.
It's okay.
It's my fault.
Which she's not going to post.
Look, after you guys do this, I'm going to come up with some resolutions.
Are you
so
going
this
to come up
doesn't-
with a solution?
Yeah, so
But you're already on Mike's side and you're not understanding what the actual argument is.
She's an objective guest. She loves both of us.
I'm understanding the problem. Look, I also understand you're being way nicer than he is right now. So I'm being objective, but
Right.
his actual reasonings for being upset are.
Which can I say something? Mike can always voice something that he's disgruntled with.
Okay, but you have to also understand we're Italian and we grew up in a family where you hold everything. If you want to bring up your Jew stuff.
I understand that.
Okay.
I understand that 100%. But a year into this, we've had a few entanglements with this. I go, buddy, just the way you communicate with me, speak to me the way you want to be spoken to. That's all. You could say whatever
Well, maybe
you
that's
want
why
to
he's
me.
texting you.
You could say what.
In a text, he could lie and say, "I meant it. I was smiling the whole time."
He does, but that's why I said I'll call you. That's why it's like because it started getting shitty. So I was like, before this gets shitty, let me call you and talk to you.
Can I just point something out?
And then you
Shannon?
were like, I'm busy.
Can I point something out?
You
Shannon?
gave me a little fuck you.
Can I
I'm
point out
busy.
something? I want you to see the color change in Mike's complexion right now. If I get hurt in the studio, Eric.
How are you going to get hurt? You think you're stronger than him?
Good point.
You're not going to. Neither one of you are going to get hurt.
Oh, you're bringing in your muscle now,
Eric. If Mike's not allowed to hit me in the studio, right?
This guy can't do anything.
Eric's jacked.
Are you?
Eric was in the army.
He's a fucking Navy SEAL.
Eric, can you stand here?
You're not.
And he's got a picture of Rocky. He knows I won't hit him. Scream loud. He's got a picture of
Just
Rocky.
Scream
on
loud. You'll just hear the blood splattering against the glass. That's the sign to come in here. Okay.
It's gonna be boxing versus.
This was an
wrestling.
$80
Now,
sweatshirt.
I want
do
you
not
to say
blood
this in
anywhere
the
near me.
tone that you honestly think I would say this.
Listen, buddy. The way you communicate to me on text.
Wait, did you buddy him?
He buddied me.
We call
This
each
is
other
him.
buddy.
Ooh, okay.
Stop it, Adrian.
I'm just saying when you buddy somebody,
Yeah.
you're
we call
talking
each
Grab
other.
me by
I go,
the collar.
No.
Grab me by the collar.
I'm going to finish the first. It was, listen, buddy. The way
it's a Wayne Rader move. When
You
it's a
You're-
Wayne Rader
you
move.
fucking Dagos are so goddamn tone sensitive.
I'm also part.
Hey, buddy.
I'm also part Jewish.
Which part? The
My
part
mom-
that's not here right
my
now?
mom's part.
You're
You're getting upset now,
Yeah.
Justin.
Wait, I hate the
You know
Jewish
what?
part
It was
of
Wayne
me.
Rader.
Oh,
Like,
she's
hey, pal.
Jewing me. You fucking, you are Jewish. You
Hey,
gotta be a
pal.
little.
Hey, pal.
Hey, pal.
That's a Wayne
Please
Rader
do not
move.
read it like
That's
Wayne
a Wayne
Rader.
Rader move.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, I'll
Read it-
I'll
read
read
it
it the way
honestly.
I interpret it. Listen, buddy. Listen, buddy. Listen, buddy. The way you communicate to me on text is insulting. I hate it. When I text you, it's always, "Hey, Mike, hope you're well. Hope you're having a good weekend." And then whatever it is I need to address. You asked me for recommendations about shows in LA. The second I hang up the phone, with you, I jump on it because all I want to be is helpful to you. I also showed you my Instagram on Tuesday and said took 45 minutes to make the swipe ups. I don't know how you don't recall that. If I spoke to you that way, that you spoke to me, you would take a swing at me.
Then Mike says, "I think I'm being misunderstood on text. I'm not meaning that way. I read it and see your point. I can call you in the future." Then he goes, "Just called you. You can call and yell at me." Now, I'm not upset with you. So when you said call and yell at me,
This sounds like you're upset with me.
No, I'm being.
But
I'm
let's
being,
get it
I
out
said, no,
over the phone.
I'm just being direct. The way I'm saying it is, I'm like, let me.
Oh, now
read-
you're being direct, but
Yeah.
you're accusing me of being
But
direct.
I'm not being an ass. I go, "Listen, buddy, the way you communicate me in text is so insulting. I hate it. When I text you, it's always, Mike, hope you're well, hope you're having a good weekend, and then whatever it is I need to address. You ask me for recommendations about shows in LA. The second I hung up the phone with you, I jump on it because all I want to do is be helpful to you. I also showed you my Instagram on Tuesday and said it took me 45 minutes to make the swipe ups. That's when I realized that the attrition is better on the swipe ups than it is on the regular posts, which I explained to you. I don't know how you don't recall that. If I spoke to you the way you spoke to me, you'd take a swing at me. You're so big on like respect and don't come at me like that. So that's why I'm like, "Hey, buddy, I know you're on the road. Don't mean to interrupt you. Just this little thing. Like, I'm never just like, what's this? What's it?" So that's how I'm
I do
explaining
think
it.
Justin is always trying to be helpful.
I am trying to be helpful. Continue.
Here's my response.
No,
Okay,
I just
after
read
this.
Did you say "fuck you, doggy"?
No,
After
you
this-
have to read me
after
going,
this
"I can't talk right
tirade.
now." You have to read me going, "I can't talk right now." I just said, "I just called you. You can call and yell at me."
You can call and yell at me. I said, because I'd rather get it out over the phone.
I know that.
Than this misinterpreted text, which is, now I know it's happening. I know there's misinterpretations happening. So I'm like, dude, let's just talk.
Got it.
So I can, and then I go, "Just called you. You can call and yell at me. This is me trying to get you to call
And
me.
I'm not going to yell at you. Now I'm like,
I'm not saying you. I'm not
I
saying
know.
to yell at you. I'm saying whatever happens over
Right.
the phone. That's fine. But I can't take this fucking misinterpretation of, I don't know what you meant
Texting is
here.
hard because
you said, "Hey, buddy."
Texting is weird because you read each other's stuff.
Taking
wrong.
shit the wrong way.
Thank you. That
and
was very neutral, Adrian.
People's
It
blood
was
pre-
neutral.
People's
very neutral.
Hey, can I speak?
Yeah.
My blood pressure is going up because I'm reading these.
Can you
texts.
stop drinking that coffee?
No.
Because I feel like you're
I
going to
will not.
die if you read the text and drink the coffee.
I said,
If
here
he
I go.
dies, then he
I
wins
go,
the
I
fight
think-
for sure.
And then it's me. I can't
I
talk
think
right
I'm
now.
being misunderstood on the text.
I just read
I'm
that.
not meaning it that way. I read it and can see your point. I'll call you in the future. And then I go, "Just called you. You can call and yell at me." And then here's you. "I can't talk right now. I'm occupied."
Ooh,
It's
what are
not
you doing?
necessary to call in the future. We're both busy. Text just fine, but extending the basic, "Hey, buddy, hope you're doing good" question for you about the posts, and then a simple, "Cool, got it," when I responded to you, is just the way friends and business partners talk. And then I write, "I'd rather you call and yell at me."
So basically,
Wait, let it keep going.
I'd rather you call and yell at me.
Wait, Adrian, I want you to get right after this thing. And then I wrote
Because
what?
you're aggravated right now. And
I'm
you're trying
not,
to-
because
you're
then I
trying
wrote
to cover it up with nice
Wait,
words.
Adrian, and then I go, "There's nothing to yell at. This is not a big deal. It's a minor adjustment I'm asking you. When would I yell at you?" LOL.
okay, so it seems to me you can yell at Justin as long as you preface it with "Hey, buddy."
And then he
really
goes,
a good point.
That's really a good point.
Hey,
and then,
buddy, how was your weekend? I fucking hate you.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
Because honestly, can I tell you what I was in the middle of doing?
Shitting?
You're going to be really upset when I tell you this.
Promoting anxiety attack?
No.
Promoting we're not banging?
No. You ready for Probably. You ready for this? My mom is really sick, and I was helping her at fucking rehab, and I'm like, could you just like go be
There's
like
no way to even verify if that's true.
call her? You want to call her right now?
No, but it's rough to bring that up.
Yes.
It's
because there's
not-
no way
you're-
that that's definitely true.
Dude, if
and
I'm-
also we can't even bring that up because
Even
if
if
your
it
mom
is
is
true-
sick and in rehab, it's awful. And if we even question it,
Even if it is true, you did that to make me feel like an asshole.
Yes.
Just now?
Yes. Just now.
Do you feel like an asshole?
Yes.
Point for Justin.
You went below the belt
Shannon,
on that
give
one.
me
My
one.
mother's sick.
Hang on, because now's when I want it.
also your mother just texted
haters
me
gonna
she's
hate
fine.
right now.
Justin.
Let's get back to me. This is dumb. I want to get back to me and promoting my stuff. I don't care about this anymore.
The problem is this, and this is the problem they've had from the very beginning. Number one, if you want to say that the rule is that you're not allowed to get any information from foreign countries that could be beneficial to you in a campaign, it's like, okay, but there is no rule that says that. There's no law that says that. There's nothing illegal about that. And oh, by the way, they just made up that rule and they're only applying it to Donald Trump. Because if you applied that to Hillary Clinton, all of a sudden she's working with a former British spy named Christopher Steele to get the whole fucking, Christopher Steele to get that whole dossier. So now you've kind of got a problem on your hands. The other issue is that Donald Trump, okay, so here's just a few of the issues. You have Adam Schiff, who's saying that this was a matter of national security. And the reason why we had to, we have to impeach is because Donald Trump threatened our national security for his own political purposes. There's a few major problems with that. Of course, the idea that Ukrainian foreign aid, military aid, is a matter of national security is a completely subjective assertion. Like, there's no real proof that that is in fact the case. And of course, I think we would probably argue that actually sending money to one side of a military conflict, the side that's against Russia, is probably more dangerous to our national security than anything else. But even that aside, another big problem that you'd have to have is that Trump actually ended up sending aid, and more military aid than Obama sent. He actually sent anti-missile technology to them, whereas Obama didn't. Obama refused to. So by their own logic, then, Obama was putting national security, in jeopardy, and Trump's been better on that issue. So there's another big problem that they have. But more so than that, the heart of the matter, which is what this impeachment where it really all falls apart, is that they can say all this stuff about Donald Trump digging up dirt on political enemies. They can say he wanted the Bidens investigated or something like that. But the real problem is that if they had something like, let's say this, if they had Donald Trump in any way saying that he wanted them to, let's say in the phone call, he said that he wanted them to fabricate dirt on the Bidens, then that you would really have something there. Okay? Then you would really have something. If he was saying, I want you to frame Joe Biden for something, you'd have yourself a real argument. And if then you could connect the fact that he asked a foreign nation to frame Joe Biden, and then you could connect in some way that he was actually withholding military aid, and it seems like those two were connected. Like, it seems like he was withholding money that had been allocated by the Congress to Ukraine, and he was holding it unless they framed Joe Biden. Then you would have something. But what's the big difference between that and reality? He didn't ask them to frame Joe Biden. He asked them to investigate corruption. And there's no law against that. There's nothing illegal here. There's just nothing. He asked for an investigation into corruption. Now, if you think that there's nothing there, if your argument is that there is no corruption by the Bidens, okay. But then what would be the problem with investigating it, right? I mean, we investigated Donald Trump for years and found nothing there. What? Are you against investigations now? Or is it only by foreign governments? Well, who else would investigate Burisma? It's a Ukrainian company. Wouldn't the Ukrainian government be the ones to investigate them? You start to see how this is all grasping at straws, and I think it's ultimately why this impeachment is not going to go the way that a lot of these Democrats would like it to.
You know, last night I had a show and this guy told me he was a chemist, and I was like, "What do you do?" And he's like, "I make Pepsi." And I was like, "What?
You don't deserve to be a chemist."
I was like, "You're a chemist." It was weird because he was with his sister-in-law, and she was like, "I'm a hospice. I'm a hospice social worker."
It's like the nicest job you could have. Like,
yeah, and I was like, "And you make Pepsi?" I was like, "You give the people the cancer that she has to fucking visit." It's so sad.
I'm a chemist. I make Pepsi.
Yeah, but I was like, "Oh, I didn't," because you never. When people say chemist, I'm like, "But
no, that's Pepsi is just chemicals. That's the answer. It's not a cook. It's not a chef making Pepsi."
I was like, "But isn't the ingredients already? Isn't Pepsi done?"
Don't we just get Pepsi from the Pepsi well?
No, like, isn't it? Didn't we figure out Pepsi? How many more chemistries do we need for it? But he
Dude.
probably adds flavors and changes it.
Somebody still got to be mixing that shit.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Making sure that
it
the
ain't
levels
natural.
are testing it. Maybe
It's
You
not
gotta-
a Pepsi tree.
Yeah, you got to get the Pepsi from the plant and be like, let's make sure it's not poison this time. You know?
Oh God.
I think. I don't know how Pepsi works.
I guess you're right.
It feels like I hope they're testing it so that it's not poison. You know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you're a chemist, you should be like fucking curing cancer. and
You know
shit,
what's
no?
interesting?
What?
I have that thing where I can't imagine things in my head, but do you have the thing where you can see faces in everything?
What do you mean?
Like I can find faces in everything. You have it, Bobby? Yeah, Bobby has
Yeah,
it.
100%.
I can see right now I can see like a face here.
Oh, I could see the face going that way. It's facing you though.
Yeah. Like I could see a face in everything. Like constantly.
I'm trying to find a face and see if I see one.
I see one there. I see one there.
Oh, I see one there.
Okay, so that's normal.
Yeah.
Francis, do you see faces?
But I have to look for them. I don't notice faces without looking.
Okay. All right, cool. We're good then.
Yeah. But if I'm tripping, I will see a face everywhere.
Really?
Everything's faces. Like all the things that are almost faces that my mind can't bring into being a face.
Maybe everyone that's died is all around us all the time. Their face is there, and we can only see it when we trip hard.
Maybe.
Like maybe someone that died's in there.
You think like my grandpa's here just watching the pod?
Your grandpa's a brick.
No, I like to think that they travel. They could travel.
Oh, that's nice.
Right?
Yeah.
He's not going to be a brick at Gas Digital. Not
forever.
He just watched somebody put poop water out their butt on this table a few months
Your
ago.
poor grandpa, if he got reincarnated to that brick, it would be such a hard life. He'd get all this like porn squirt on him.
Oh no. He just has to listen to hate speech all day.
Oh, that's so funny.
God damn.
All right.
I love you, Grandpa.
We love you, Alex's grandpa Brick.
Grandpa Bricky.
I think we should stop there.
Okay. I don't think we said this. But I'm all for calling Frank Daddy Frank. And what was
Papa Bob and Daddy Frank.
Papa Bob and Daddy Frank.
Yeah, those are our daddy boys.
Also, real quick before we go, tweet at us if you drink a glass of milk before bed every night.
Alex, that's disgusting. You're an adult. You have to stop drinking a glass of milk before you go to sleep. I don't know what else to say besides that. You can't.
That's how I stay thick. I'll waste away if I don't drink a glass of milk every night, Kim. I've been doing it for years.
Oh my God.
You go to bed with that milky film in your mouth?
No, I brush my teeth.
Oh, okay. It's after.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
before.
do one big glass of 2% milk. If I'm feeling like really fucking good about myself, I'll toss a little fucking drop of half and half at the top of that shit. You know.
Ew.
Just blue kisses at Bobby over my half and half.
This is disgusting, all of it.
It's a good way to like go to bed like with a good full tummy.
But it's milk. You're just a tummy full of milk.
2%, baby girl.
Ew.
You'd warm it up?
No.
I never understood
I'm
that.
not disgusting.
People drinking warm milk.
I like it nice and chilly.
I think I used to drink warm milk when I was younger. My mom used to put coffee in my bottles.
That's not good. It fucking erased your mind's eye.
Honestly, McCall's mom used to say like my mom used to drop me off so her mom could babysit me, and then I would start crying,
Fucking
and my mom
wired.
would be like, "You have to give her coffee. She gets grumpy in the mornings without her coffee." I've been drinking coffee since I was 3. I swear to God.
That's really not good. People are very against that in this country.
No, I know, but
In other countries, people do it like it's nothing.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Yeah, it was like pretty normal in Puerto Rico.
You seem fine.
No, I'm not. I'm absolutely not. But yeah, it was like normal then. But yeah, I would like legitimately get grumpy and they'd have to be like, you have to go get her coffee. She's not, I'd be in a diaper like, where's my coffee?
I genuinely get grumpy when there's not enough milk at night for me to drink.
We're having completely opposite lives right now. I had coffee when you were 3. You're drinking warm milk at night.
I'm drinking cold milk at night, and it's more normal to drink cold milk as an adult than to drink coffee as a child.
I would be more understanding of it if you put chocolate syrup in it. I don't know why, but wouldn't it make you feel better?
It ruins the taste of the milk.
Hot chocolate or
Or something at night. Then you'd be super thick.
I would be. Oh my God, that's actually.
You should do a hot chocolate with whipped cream and chocolate chips every night.
Maybe
Yoo-hoo? Or whatever. it is.
Yoo-hoo?
Quick.
A
There it is.
Nesquik.
Nesquik.
Yoo-hoo stink. They're like
Yeah.
water.
It's water.
I remember when
I'm
I was
torn on a Yoo-hoo. I kind of like a Yoo-hoo.
They're like bad good. They're
They're chemical.
They're like, what are the pizza things?
Pizza,
the little pizza things.
Totino's
that
pizza
you make
rolls.
your own.
Hot Pockets?
Lunchables. They're like Lunchables.
They're not like Lunchables.
Yes, they're like a bad good. Lunchables are good still. Have you had a pizza Lunchable in a while? The sauce is so sweet. The dough is so carby. The cheese is so good. The little pepperonis. It's a great snack.
You over Lunchable any day.
Wow, idiot.
Every
You're
single
an idiot.
day. Kim, let's fucking fight.
You would choose Yoo-hoo over Lunchable.
I've never eaten a Lunchable in my life.
Well, we got to get one for the next podcast.
Let's have Lunchables next week.
That's horrible.
They're good.
They look so gross, especially the pizza one.
It was always the fucking poor kids who brought Lunchables in, I felt.
The dough and the cheese suck. The sauce is good and the pepperoni is good.
The dough is awful, but it's so awful it's good.
I think I agree with Kim on that. The dough is like obscenely good.
They're so good. The sauce is.
I never liked the sauce.
The sauce is so sweet. You know what I would do?
What?
I would I would not use a lot of sauce and cheese, and I would just eat them all. And I would make sure there was leftover sauce, leftover cheese. Then I'd pour the sauce into the cheese and stir it, and then I would just eat cheesy sauce.
I wouldn't.
In Florida, I remember one time a teacher taught me that Gatorade was more hydrating than water.
That is a Florida fact. That's in the curriculum down there.
Isn't that so funny?
Gatorade has
She was
to
like,
come
it's
from
got
Florida.
electrolytes.
I have an idea.
Okay.
I think the next 3 rounds, we should let each of the triplets do one. So never have I ever, but it has to be something that you yourself have done.
Oh, I like that because all of ours are way too raunchy.
Oh, Shannon, it sounds like now you're trying to get someone drunk to have sex with them. I mean, come on. She said she's
Shannon,
seeing
she said
someone,
she's
you
done it
fucking
before.
bi slut.
Shannon, 2 of them are bi.
Years, Jay.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Shannon. I like that idea.
So, like, we have to think of
one because I tell you
start
what.
one that you've
Start
done.
with Ariana.
I threw in a few today that I know are all going to be just me drinking, I think.
Oh,
or maybe you mean you.
So I have to say one that
Never
I've
have
done.
I ever kidnapped a child and had sex with them.
You have
No,
never-
Ralph. I'm
God
not drinking
damn
on
it.
that. That's
Yeah.
you, Ralph.
God
damn it.
So I have to say one that I've done,
Something
right?
you've
So I
done that
drink
maybe
with-
you're not sure if your sisters did.
Oh, okay. All right.
You ever sucked off a Korean in a rickshaw?
Well, I'm gonna drink to that. Yeah. Never have I ever had sex in the workplace.
Dork.
I mean, workplace is a weird one.
Have you?
Damn, Ariana. You dork.
I'm trying to think of it.
Oh, no, you've done it.
She has.
I forget.
And they haven't.
And we
I
have
don't
not.
think I have.
Why are you
Okay,
thinking about
where
it?
do you work?
Why are you thinking about
No,
that?
I'm not there anymore. And if I
But
was, I'd probably
where
get
were
fired.
you there?
Well, I'm not going to say. I don't want to get
What-
sued. I was.
Just because you two girls are translators of the UN doesn't mean you can't suck a dude off at work. God,
Yeah,
what
no.
nerds.
Where work?
Me? I mean, the Comedy Cellar, Caroline's.
He's like, I have a long list.
And what about you, Bobby? Where work? The
Creek.
The Creek. And Shannon, did you drink?
I did.
Where?
Here,
Here.
dude.
Here.
No.
Here now with
This
Francis.
It was not here. It was at an office that I worked with one of my ex-boyfriends. It was oral sex
And it was in the bathroom?
in the back room.
In the back room. Okay. And Francis, did
Oral
he?
sex in which direction?
Me to him.
Shannon
Oh,
loves
you-
sucking
oh,
that
you
dick. You
slut.
know that.
All right. All right.
You're all about that dick,
I drank.
Shannon.
I knew that most of you guys would drink.
Yeah, not surprising in any way.
You knew that we wouldn't, though. You knew that we wouldn't. I mean, I don't know what goes on at your workplace, people. Like,
Never
I
had
don't
a, but I mean, I also
It's true.
started comedy when I was 19, so like the only position of work and like comedy club things, there's just like just a lot of places, green rooms.
But let me ask you this question: what about? Well, did Francis drink, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where did he
said
work?
countless times.
A Sprint store.
A Sprint store?
Yeah,
nonstop, dude.
And I've had a few driving jobs and like met up with a girlfriend on a drive.
The question is this though:
That goes
is
back
it
to the hooker
what about
thing from the
actual
countless
intercourse?
blowjobs.
Not blowjobs, intercourse.
Yeah, everything I'm saying, yeah.
And you was just oral, or it was all things?
It was all things.
Okay, I like
yeah.
it.
Great.
Rim jobs, piss.
No,
he
not
peed on her a
all
little bit
things.
at the office.
Not the piss.
Bestiality. I think there was some weird illegal German
Well,
shit
Koreans
going on.
was probably a dog. All right, so Andrea,
Okay.
a question that you did
that's
that you're not sure if they did. She nailed it.
Yeah, she did. It's going to be hard to top, honestly.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. She shouldn't have started. She should have ended.
Chuck E. Cheese ball pit.
I know, like
Well,
2004.
since you said it, now I can't say it.
Oh.
That's too bad.
That we haven't done. I don't know.
Nothing. I feel like I know all their secrets, though.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I want to know the answer to this.
Oh,
but-
now we got to know this.
Okay.
Oh.
Never have I ever had sex with someone else in the room besides who I was having sex with.
So you had sex with someone, and there was someone else in the room.
She's saying that we were in the room when
Exactly.
she had sex when we were in high school.
May have happened.
Ew. Athena, why would you specify when
I'm
that
so
was? I don't need a
sorry.
visual. Well, college maybe? Oh, no.
So are you drinking or are you drinking? Yeah, that's what I thought.
I think probably,
That's
if
what
I had to
okay.
guess,
Are you
everyone in this
drinking?
room is drinking.
I don't know. Some people.
Did you?
I mean, everybody, but the thing is, everybody who drank have you had two tongues on whatever? Yeah.
No. But let's say not people you're having sex with.
I already drank.
She means like did you have
Like your-
sex with someone when your roommate was home in your room, like
Oh,
your
yeah,
dorm
I
room
mean-
or something?
But what about like? I mean, if there's more than one person in the room for whatever
But they
reason.
can't be having sex or engaging in
Okay,
anything.
yeah,
It has to.
definitely.
It
That's
can't be
right.
like a sex.
No, they're
room.
making tableside guacamole.
Yeah, no, that's what he does.
Literally.
That's his jam, though. That's the only way he can come.
That is my jam.
Yeah, it's very covert.
It's an old recipe, but it's solid. It's not the best guacamole,
But it's
good
creamy.
guacamole.
It's creamy.
Yeah.
All right. Now it is your turn, Athena.
Gross. Well, now I'm thoroughly.
So wait, did all three of you drink on that?
Yeah.
but we.
Okay.
Listen, like I said, we shared a room for many years.
You don't know, like if,
Never have I ever taken a shit on a pizza in front of a room full of guys. Oh, well, all right, down the hatch, everybody.
Hey,
Exactly.
if you didn't know about it, then we're good.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm trying to think back on what instances.
Don't think about it.
Don't even
Move on.
torture
Go with your
yourself.
gut.
You're overthinking it. It was your ex-boyfriend. Get over it.
Oh my god. No, that would be fair.
How about this? But while you're thinking, I'm going to ask a question. Have you ever had sex with someone that one of you had sex with? You know what I mean?
I don't know why I have to think about that. No.
But we've had some crossover with like innocent stuff like kissing.
I feel like at age 16 it doesn't count. Is all I'm saying. anymore.
Yeah, that's
By
true.
the way,
That's what I keep telling the judge.
That's how I feel.
dude.
That's exactly how
I keep telling
You
the
beat me
judge
to
that.
it.
He goes,
God damn it,
no,
you beat
dude,
me to
there's
it."
laws in place for this very thing, but they won't let me be a character witness for my friend Ralph over here. I keep saying, it's 16,
It's
everything's
unfair.
different. And he
Listen,
says, yes, but he's 50.
First of all, also,
And
but
I don't
listen,
have
Jay,
anything to say
in my
about
defense,
that.
it's
Ralph?
Colombia.
Yeah. Also, it's a different
laws are
place,
different.
different time down there.
That's right.
So
it's the
the answer is
1700s
only
down there.
in
Not
kissing.
sex.
No-
Yeah. No, because I feel like that'd
be
be
too
gross.
gross.
Like kissing, it's like also gross, but when you're young, I don't know.
I do think there are some siblings who would have no issue with that.
I could never, like my brother and I,
Would
never
you?
once.
Can I
Never
do one?
once.
Can I give Shannon one?
That's what I'm saying.
It's too
Yeah.
gross.
Never have I ever fingered Shannon.
Shannon's got a drink.
Drink it, Shannon.
Shannon's got a drink.
Yeah, you bitch.
All right, do you come up with one, Athena?
Never have I ever masturbated Ralph Sutton. Drink again, Shannon.
Cool.
And Francis.
Poor Shannon. Stumbling out of here.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, I don't know. Something that you guys have not done. I mean,
Well, someone's got to get more Diet Coke, or the next one's going to make me throw up.
if you drink.
While she's contemplating, I have another question.
I know I've done it. Never have I ever sat down to pee. All right, everyone, cat's out of the bag. I don't know where I'm at in the middle of the night.
Well, I feel like this is probably like a lot. I don't know about you guys though.
Never have I ever been caught having sex by somebody. Like they walk in or.
Oh yeah, you walked in on me and
when
my boyfriend once didn't even know it.
What?
Warned
Ew.
Athena.
Oh god. We were like, get out, Athena, and you're like, ew, and we're like,
fine,
get out.
Yeah, no, I can think of it.
You were like, get
So
out,
yeah, you
Derek.
have done that.
I mean,
Everybody's been walked in.
We've all lived with our parents at some point, so.
I didn't
Good point.
get caught
That's
by
true.
my parents,
Yeah, but
I,
if you're-
I've been caught. Yeah,
Good.
for sure.
Yeah.
You've
about
been
this?
caught?
Did you drink? Who walked in on you?
Shannon, did you drink?
No, I don't think I ever have.
I got caught by my parents. My
It's
mom.
unfortunate.
See, I mean,
I got caught by her because she was the one I was having sex with.
Yeah, your dad walked in though, but that was because you got your text. Dad, coming
Did
in
you
at
drink, Bobby?
5:03. What?
No, but you get caught by somebody.
Anybody.
By my girlfriend's
But, okay.
Right.
cool.
Right. See, so
That's
everybody.
awkward.
And did Francis drink?
On Passover? On Passover, Bobby?
On the holy days?
When you were fucking the Eisenstein girl?
Did Francis drink, Shannon? No. Okay, so so all three of you drank though.
Yeah, I'm surprised that
Wow.
you guys got caught.
It's weirdly consistent.
That's really weird. Only one off so far, right? The
Oh yeah,
yeah, because we never in the workplace.
How about these questions? Let me ask a couple of separate questions now.
Oh, I thought we all did one.
No, they all three of them did one.
No, but yeah, you guys should do one each.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
But I want to ask one quick. These are different, related.
Okay.
Would you say which one is of the three of you would you consider as the smartest person of the three of you?
Smartest.
Why do you look at me?
Because I know that you think it's you, but it's definitely not.
It's totally me.
She's not
Totally
alright.
think for sure. It's not me.
It's not alright.
I'm very intelligent, but I'm the more artsy,
Okay,
creative
define
one.
smart.
Well, however you guys want to define it, because I know there's a lot of ways
Yeah.
to merit intelligence.
True.
So you're split on that, but how about this one? Do you guys know how many people each of you have had sex with, and is there one that's clearly more than the other two?
Oh,
You know what? We've never compared.
Every decade that
A number.
changes. Like
Yeah.
when we were young, that was clearly like one of us was clearly like the winner,
like
and
one
then
of us,
in
yeah,
our early
in
maybe
black.
our early 20s, I'm looking at like another sister, and then maybe now the tide has changed.
It's true. It does
Oh,
change
yeah. So
Every
we
5
each
years.
decade,
Check
yeah.
in with us.
Okay.
So we each kind of like have our faces.
I didn't expect
of-
such an elaborate answer. I got to
You're
tell
welcome.
you
Do you want me to lay out for you? Want me to write down on a list?
She'll give you dates
Please.
and
This is a
number
Wu-Tang
names.
Clan concert, dude.
All right.
Still from
Give you
everywhere.
everything.
that. Jay, your question now.
Never have I ever had at least one finger that wasn't mine up my ass.
At least, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
She's really thinking about
Yeah.
Never.
That was a real stare-off thing.
it. Andrew's
Yeah,
like,
I'm
well,
thinking about it.
You
Never
get right
have
to the
I
precipice
ever.
and
I guess
you were
not
like,
because you
no.
probably would have either really liked it or really not liked it.
Yeah.
You were-
No, actually, I had no. I don't know why I had to think about that. Yeah, I have. But
Oh, Bobby, do me a favor now. Yes, never have I ever loved having a finger up my ass.
Okay.
Oh,
That's a whole
Shannon,
separate
did you
question.
drink?
I did not.
Did Francis?
Not for love. There was a doctor.
What?
Doctor with.
something was going on.
Not in an office, though.
No,
it just happened to be a doctor.
And
It was
did
for
you
money.
drink, Bobby?
I guess.
Yeah, Bobby. Yes, he did.
Right.
Shannon, never had a finger in your butt ever?
No.
Grow up.
Well, you
Shannon-
you wanted to try
Shannon,
it.
why don't you ask one?
Oh, true.
Oh boy.
Never have I ever loved a finger in my butt.
You can ask. You could ask one of the questions on the list if you don't want to think.
Okay, let's do that. I'll go back to the list.
Shannon hates
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm trying
You
to
could
find
skip
one that the girls
around.
might have done. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Do the one. I did one that I thought was good because this is totally
How
not.
easy is this?
This
Okay.
is not sexual.
Okay. Never have I ever sent a naked pic or a dick pic. That's the wording of it. But never have I ever sent a naked pic.
I mean,
Completely naked?
everybody.
Or just some
Or-
sort of
yeah,
sexy thing.
An illicit picture that you wouldn't want somebody
Tell
to
you what,
see.
Andrea really stays in the pocket with it for a second. She gives it a good think.
Yeah.
I'm just.
You want to hear something crazy?
I feel like
think
she's
about
done
it.
every awful thing once. And she has to remember that one time. She goes, no,
Yeah.
I've never said, oh,
yeah.
Kyle.
Oh, there was. Yeah.
Kyle. I mean, exactly. Yes.
By the way, Jay, I'd like to point out I didn't drink on that. Never once.
Never.
What?
Well,
Never.
Oh,
once.
not
Well,
your own.
it's a
You sent a
generation
picture
thing.
of
I sent
Dirk
pictures
Nowitzki's
of like
dick and saved you.
little children, but no. Shannon, did you drink?
I
That's
did.
also very
I mean,
true. He's being honest
Most people
again.
have.
Francis, did you drink?
I did.
Bobby?
Everybody.
Okay, and Jay, of course, and you all three of you drank.
Yeah.
Jay, of
It's the
course.
So this is the first time you're the only one that
I'm the
hasn't.
only one that
Wow.
didn't drink.
How's it
Oh,
feel?
yeah.
No,
He
I
sends
did.
all butthole
Your period
pics.
thing.
Yeah, my butthole pics are.
Ralph squats over a thing. He sets a timer. You watch
Yeah.
it for 3, 2, 1.
First of all, they're artistic. They're not sexual.
No, absolutely. And the way you work the backgrounds is something else, dude. I got to tell you.
Is it sexual if it's involving sepia tone? I don't think
Not at
so.
all, dude.
Fill her up. You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.